Hi, friends. How are we doing? Congratulations, Judge. Garish isn't even here. You beat him to it. JR, I hope you are taking care of yourself as you work. How are we doing, friends? Look at all those asses out in chat. Thank you, Sharky, for the 7-day streak and Judge for the 5-day streak. Let's fucking go. How are we doing, friends? Have I missed anyone? I probably have because I'm tired and sleepy. Nope. We're good. Hi, friends. Hi. How are we doing? How we doing? I know it's a little early for a stream for me today, but I had the energy. It's a nice, cool day, and I had nothing else to do, and I kind of like having earlier streams than fucking later streams. QBH. We have finished Life is Strange 2 as of Monday, and I've already started uploading the playthrough to YouTube, so you can find episode 1 and 2 VODs right there. I will upload episodes 3 through 5 over the next few days as well. I would have had more days, but I missed like a 2 a.m. Yeah. Look, this is half the reason I like starting earlier than normal, because it catches my American friends. The thing is, it is 1:30 in the afternoon here, which is a great time for me, but not great in the middle of the week for most of my Australians. Which is why I usually start around 4 p.m. our time on weekdays. But yeah, YouTube VODs has the entire Arkham Knight playthrough. We have finally finished up till nightfall, and we've only got the Arkham episodes to play around with this Saturday. Outside in Aussie land, I'm quite alright. So we will need to find something to keep us occupied on Saturdays till the Lego Batman comes out in a couple of weeks. If we finish those Arkham series this Saturday, we will probably replace that with Moses and Plato, which I've been enjoying. If we don't finish Strange Antiquities today, we are still continuing to poll which horror game you guys want me to play. When I do play a horror game with scare alerts in the Discord, if you haven't joined us there. You can vote for as many games as you wish. Right now, Dredge is winning, followed by Little Nightmares. I will keep those polls up until the end of the month, and then we will make a new poll with the top contenders, so you can revote then. But other than that, it's been a time. Just some casual philosophy on a Saturday, something like that. A little furry philosophy. It's basically Sherlock and Watson if they were furries. Sherlock and Watson on the Orient Express, to be precise. But a reminder that tomorrow is going to be a busy day for us, so there probably won't be any YouTube uploads tomorrow. I received an email yesterday from my real estate, which is absolutely fucking perfect timing. Love that for them. This is complete fucking sarcasm. I'm going to be stressed tomorrow, friends, because tomorrow Puns has their specialist appointment. Now, the specialist appointment is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. However, we have to leave at 1 to catch public transport to get there on time. But our real estate decided to send us the minimum, so they are required, depending on what they do, to send notice of entry at a minimum amount of time. They want to do a valuation, so they were required a minimum of 48 hours notice. How much notice did they give us? Technically, because they emailed the entry notice out to us, 48 hours and 19 minutes. These guys love being so close to the limit. It's not funny. I did email them back saying, hey, you need to wrap this up by 1 p.m. because I have an appointment. And I emailed them back yesterday. I only just got an email back just before stream saying, well, we will endeavor to do so, but it all depends on our valuer. And it's like, buddy, no, you are not allowed to stay in my place without anyone present. Absolutely the fuck not. So if they push it past 1, my only other option is I got about a 30 to 40-minute window past 1 where I can still stay, but it will cost me at least $60 for a taxi to get me to the appointment on time, which is $60 I really can't afford, really don't have. So that's all fun and games. I'm totally not stressed about tomorrow because you know they're going to want to be left alone in the place, and I don't trust them.
New
I don't
donation
trust them
from
at
Luke.
all. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. All donations to the Ko-fi do help us out a lot and help us pay down the electricity bill, which is currently standing at $800 owed. I just saw in the side chat how much that was. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate you. I see you there lurking. But so I will not be around in the Discord or anywhere tomorrow because I will be stressed from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And then hopefully by Friday evening, I can get the rest of the Life is Strange 2 playthroughs up on YouTube. And then Saturday, Batman Arkham Knight, possibly the last time, where we play the little Arkham episode extras. And then Monday, we have Life is Strange True Colors. The last in the Life is Strange games I own, because I do not own the other two, sadly. But yeah, that's everything up to date. And yeah, the stutter is stuttering today, friends. So we're just gonna have a little chill day. We're gonna see how much of Strange Antiquities we can get done and just puzzle it the fuck out. I am missing whatever's after True Colors. So the new one, and I think it's the sequel to True Colors. Shall we get started? The Advocate didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. That's it. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. So I may have Googled the answer to this just to get us past this so we can continue. But first, come here. You. Nope. Where'd you. Sir. You go there. Then you open up. Then we do this. Aha! And then we explore. Come here. You there. Thank you. We're looking for this. Which is... Undermere Church. Where is that there? I Is it this? Or is it this? Or... It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? No. Well, fuck you too. Fuck you too. No, I want to find... No. One last time. Okay. Have we gone mad? Or are we good? We're good. Okay. So apparently... Where's our stuff? There. This is a sleep vessel? According to the thingy, but I don't know how do I give it to her? You know? There we go. A resonance compass will point towards nearby resonant objects. The only objects that can be detected in this way. Resonant objects are highly prized, both by thaumaturges and those who collect occult curiosities. Pat the kitty. Alright, next person. Alright, many years ago I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Alright, what was a silent breath again? There we go. I should have read this. The 6 points of it. So can I now? Hang on. Oh, I clicked out. Hate that. Yeah, it's been tagged. Okay. We've still got auto tagging on. Silent breath. Silent breath. There are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Heart from a white stag. What have we currently got? None of this seems... That's an Ossic ring. Horned shackle. This looks like a white stag, but I don't... It can't be that simple, can it? That's what I thought. Alright, think, kid, think. That's the shield charm. Apart from a white stag. Not that. Can't be this. None of this seems like it would be. Unless... How do I... There we go. Inner perception. Rough and gnarled. Wood. No. Okay. I thought it might be an antler, but no. Hunter's Boon. Silent Breath. I don't think it's any of this stuff. I don't think I have it. Pearlescent blue glass, iron. No. Not sure I have what I need. I should look through many letters and notes to see if that... That's what I fucking thought. That's what I... Okay, we're going a little insane. We're gonna go a little insane because the only thing I really haven't found is this. So we've tried all of these, I believe. Am I fucking blind? Most fucking likely. I think I'm looking for this bit. Hi, Jerish. How you doing? Which, if we move... Could it be this? Ah, fuck. We're going insane. Okay. I tried that one. Is it maybe this? Oh, for fuck's sake. Now I'm just fucking clicking around, to be honest. Let's just go insane. Tried that, that, and that. Yep, there we go. Insanity. Alright, we can do a whole bunch. I think we'll knock this one out first. Because there we go. And bing bang boom. Fuck. There's nothing we can really bank for this. Really? Alright, we're aiming for this now. Bank, bank. And roll. Fuck. And roll again. Come on. That'll work. No insanity for me. I'm fine. Alright, let's try this again. Where do you think it matches, Josh? Princess Street South. One of these? Because I have tried these. That does look like it, doesn't it? See, what's funny is the walkthrough says between 28 and 29. So you'd think, but apparently not. So I'm just trying everything at this point. I actually want to double check the walkthrough. Alright. You're given a card showing a section of map. Match the card you're given to the part of the map it's on the south side of Princess Street between 28 and 29. Open image and new tabs, because I'm blind. Oh, it's saying the one next to the one we did? There we go. Good lord. There is a narrow gap between the two houses and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Fucking finally. And I believe this is what we need. Elverstone. Elverstones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Oh, you jumped. There you go. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Yes, because the occult is definitely the safest way to repair your roof. A Daedalus link. A Daedalus link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. Yeah, that seems safe, totally. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. So instead of just using a ladder, you're going to use magic. But okay. Instead of just using a ladder. Broski. Joseph. Well, that has feathers on it. But I don't know. Like rotten egg. Yeah, I don't think it's this. Cool and smooth. Green porcelain. Yep, no. I don't think it's that. This? Raised detailing. Tarnished silver. What was the clue again? Or the wings of a bird or a feather, or the wings of a bird or insect. Is that a light in weight? So they're light. They're light in weight. What else have we got? So I assume if light in weight... No, you go there. There we go. You're out of my way now. It should be lighter than this or as light as. Let's put you on there. That is very light in weight. What else could it possibly be? I don't think it's this. Feather or wing? I don't think it's this either. Iron. Cool. Ah, I know what that is. I've read about that. So it's not that. Gotta be this. Classic Purifier. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. Just stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom, and run anything you find by me first. Let's fucking go. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. I never did like it anyway. That is a lot to remember. I am not going to. Okay, use the buttons on the left and the right to change maps. Okay. To get you started, walk past the main staircase. I'm saying main staircase, right? Unless to the vault. What have we got here? They said stay out of the master bedroom and something else. Main staircase. The left to the end and go through the door on the left. That it doesn't work like that. What? There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on that you are welcome to. You could have just told me which room to fucking go to. That would have been nice. We could just explore every goddamn room, but I've forgotten which rooms he told me to stay out of. Let's start in the start. A grand staircase spirals upward on both sides, flanked by portraits of noble faces with hollow eyes that seem to follow my every step. Okay. We're gonna keep exploring. I want to explore everywhere. I don't even care that I'm gonna go mad. Alright, to the left. No? Watch me go mad. I don't even get. Is it in the courtyard? Neat hedgerows and worn pillars frame the space. Gravel crunches underfoot. The only sound in the otherwise quiet courtyard. There's no reason to linger. Okay. To the vault? The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been thermically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I want to try these rooms at least. Try this one. Ah, fuck. We'll end the day. Because I need to go to the loo, friends, so we're going to run the ads a little early. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Curious. Alright friends, I'm going to run ads a little early, so please take this moment to stretch, hydrate, go to the toilet, grab a snack and take meds if you need to. I'll see you in a few minutes. Hi friends, we're back. Just give me one moment. Okay, let's see. Go back to the house. What was the instructions again? Walk past the mesa, turn left, follow the corridor down to the end, and go through the door on the left. Oh, so staircase, turn left. Follow here? To the end? There we go. Plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Gemstone. Okay. But also, what is this? I feel like considering we just got this map, it probably correlates to that. Oh yeah, I see what we're doing. Okay. Kinda? I don't see anything else it might be. Oh, wait. There we go. It's that room right there. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Alright, so we got some new shit. Love that for us. Gemstones and Their Thormic Properties by Eli White. Amber, amethyst, aquamarine, bloodstone, iolite, jade. Nice. Okay. And put that with the other books. And put this down here. And we pet the kitty to start our day. Alright, who's first? Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I've to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. What triangle? We've done that. The triangle. Okay, so the triangle is a... what triangle? Triangle? Triangle. What triangle, bro? There's a triangle? The triangle has intrigued me ever since I heard as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like... Pine trees. Pine trees in a triangle. Ah. Sure enough, as I approached the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Hearthwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Good lord, we're absolutely swimming in pendants, aren't we? Have we got any more space in these shelves? There we go. Okay. And this goes down here. That's it. Game. This goes down here. We've done that. We've done that. Fold that up. Put these 2 over here. What else have we got? There we go. Okay, archived. There we go. Thank you very much. And this also needs to go down here. It has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an orchid spire. I tried that place in Onside and they sent me here. Orchid spire. Alright, what's that? During the Rite of the Red Knives, an orchid spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. Oh, I think I know which thing it is. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although that perhaps not for the goat. Gotta be this, right? It has an energy about it. Raised detailing, a substance flakes off and leaves my mark on my fingertips. Grey metal fleck with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Gotta be this, right? Two of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting this item has been submerged in blood. Amphissian Talon. The League of the Amphissian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of the talon hard against their cheekbone, point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7/7, after which the scar will forever mark them. That's a choice. All right. Next person. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that inks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. I suspect it's this, but let's have a little read, shall we? Guise of Lillian. Okay, maybe not. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Okay. So then... what, this, maybe? What else have we got that might be it? Stone. It appears to be a fossilized creature of some... Yep, there we go. Okay. Gotta be this. Tenebrand Cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrand Cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Oh, hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. She's blind, but she knows there's a cat. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. An Aries remnant or a spirit eye. The artist Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in this world, painting, and yet it has not robbed her of her determination or her kindness or her love of life. When she learned of strange antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration. But eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Alright, so Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. Let's read up on both. So an Aries Remnant, these objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colours and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low-light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of a constellation that shares its name. Alright, what was the other one? Aries remnant or Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed on them. I think I want to go with the Aries Remnant for this one. I feel like this is the Spirit Eye. Aries Remnant has the constellation on it. Do I have anything with... Is it this? Plate. Dark purple gemstone. Rough and polished. Hold on, let me check. Aries Remnant. That does look like it might be. Yeah, this is the Aries Remnant. But let's check the gemstones before I do. It's most likely amethyst. Oh. Purple, a stone of containment. Or it could be iolite, calming stone and peace and safety. Yeah, we should be good. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to touch while it's raining. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Kelgarth and another fella a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sunbonn. Oh, that's not the book I wanted. Hang on a sec. I wanted this one. Thank you. A sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. I feel like it's this. Cool and smooth. No. Okay, it's not that. Sun, sun, sun. Warm and bright. Warm and bright. This? Orange gemstone, bronze. Polished. Feels a little warmer than I would expect. Oh, that's a good sign. Alright, and it said something about the weight, didn't it? Gemstone of light. Non-precious metal. Lightweight. So if we look at the gemstone book, topaz, wixic, pale yellow, stone of strength. I feel like it's amber. Yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. The sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. There we go. Yes, I'm strongly thinking this is it. But first, weigh it. Nice and light. Okay, yep. There we go. Styrene ward, made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Bend your ear to the trees, hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grim in the coming day. Holgen Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. This does not help me at all. Rituals relating to death and the afterlife. Holgen Grim. What have we got? This? Nothing to remark. Hard and cool, leather and bony, quite unpleasant to touch. Gold, withered flesh, grim. I mean, it wouldn't be that simple, would it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, give me a hint, please. An eerie item, no shit. No fucking shit. You don't fucking say. Alright, what about this? Huge black gemstone streaked with red and iron. Polished wood. Polished, rough, polish. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. That's not eerie. What could it be? Pin. Nothing to remark. Bronze and turquoise. Hot and cool. What else have we got that might be grim? That's an Evercant. That's a Shadow Hold. Daedalus Link. I still don't think it's this. That's the Orphid Spire. What's this? This feels to do with the moon. I don't think it's this. Same with that. Holden Grim. What about this? Painted to look like bone. A dark blue-green gemstone. A sense of foreboding. Oh, I don't know about that. What about you? No? Like, I thought this was eerie. But apparently not. The priest, Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holger are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. They're priests of all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stand. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Alright, let me have a look. Gemstones. I want to read. I saw Vivianite, Noctic, dark blue-green, a stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. It couldn't be, could it? Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Let's end the day, shall we? Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Alright, let's do this. Stairs. Up the stairs, left then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So that's the house. So we go to here. Up the stairs. So I'm guessing up into here. Left, then left again. Hang on. Left, then left again. On the right is where I spend each night. Left, then... So one of these rooms? Okay, not that one. If not that, up the stairs. Can't be that. There are so many stairs, game. Oh, we're gonna go to mad. What do you... I don't understand. There we go. Okay. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishing and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Well, those are going to be stuck to try and find. What could possibly be a St. John's Anvil amongst the stuff I have? It's not this. Because we don't want every sound louder and clearer. We want it dampened. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. What could you be? Green and bronze. I don't remember any of these saying anything about dampening sound. What could you possibly fucking be? Has a strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles. I want to read through these gemstones. No, I want stone of containment, stone of water, stone for some purposes, stone of earth and nature, stone of peace and safety, fourth eye, stone of sap between body and mind, stone of fire and fury, a stone of protection and envelope night. Stone of strength, the stone of the night and darkness. There's some fear in those who are seduced by it. Yep, none of that helps me. Okay, what about there any answers in this? Of the moon, of the earth, of the day, of the night, of the mind, of the body. Calm, confusion, death, life, paralysis, poison, deception, fear, foresight, protection, strength, truth. No, none of those would work. Earth, ashes, oil, soap. No. Nope. Nope. Rain, thunder, wind, cold, light. Nope. Rebirth, spirituality, triple. No. Damn it. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. What have I got left? I kind of want to reorganize everything. Let's reorganize everything. Because if I've got it labeled, it needs to all be where it's labeled. You go down, you go down. Alright, what we will do is you are labeled. So you go up there. You are labeled. So you go there. You are labeled, you go there. You are labeled, you go there. You are not labeled, you go there. You are labeled, you go there. You are not labeled, you go there. You are labeled, you go there. Alright, any more hanging labels? Right. Anything else that's a pendant? No. Okay. So, now that all the labeled pendants are hung, let's move you here. We move all the other pendants here. Right. Oh, so many unlabeled pendants. There we go. Okay. And then move you there. You can go there. You go there. You go there. And then you are all labeled. Okay. And you're labeled as well. Put you there. And you there. And we put you there. Alright, we have a semblance of organization happening. But I kind of wanna... maybe move... you there. And you there. And you... like that. if I can move you there. That'll fucking do. All right. St. John's Anvil. St. John's Anvil. John's Poppy. The fact that it's reflected in their design. So they're floral of some sort? They look floral. They look like a poppy? This? That's a knot. My heart feels lighter. That's not it. St. John's Poppy. Poppy, 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 poppy. Something that looks like a poppy. I think it's a pendant. Gotta be a pendant. Not that. What about this? Got a couple of stones in it. Hard and cool, hard and cool, hard and cool, yep. Pale yellowy orange gemstone, a black gemstone, and a dark green gemstone. Don't think it's... Do I not have it? Let's get a hint. Which is some part of the St. John's poppy plant in its design. Yeah, I figured that much, game. Jeez, thanks. That was super fucking helpful. Have a look at the book again. Oh, the leaves, the leaves, the leaves. Of course, the leaves. So this. Inner perception. Woman vibrating. Gotta be, right? No. Curious. Could have sworn it was that. St. John's Poppy. St. John's Poppy. Now I'm at a loss. I could have... Do I not have it? I've got to have it. Unless... Hang on. It's this. Why that's in my drawer, I don't know. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. Hello! You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he is a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elverstone if you have one. Alright, we read up on that recently. Elverstones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Well, I've got a few different moon things, but let's have a look at the metals for Selenic. The moon is silver, obviously. I think it's this. Alright, we can put that up here. I've been doing some reading, see what you make of this. Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disorientated. They'd produce a noctic field. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that order up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. The Relic Hunter. Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Baron Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Pet Jupiter 30 times. Was an achievement. Let's fucking go. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cussack purifier and that this is the place to get one. We recently read about those, too. Cussack purifiers, a small topaz gemstone known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets, perhaps submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. So it's got to be one of these two things, because those are the only liquids I have. There's a strong odor. When I shake it, it rattles. It's got to be this. The holes in a valent are roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It is very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes, I've been wondering about them. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay, finally I get to play with these things. Alcove Key, Horned Shackle, Evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spiral, so it's not always easy to decipher. So we need Horned Shackle, Evocant, and something to do with the moon. Do we have... Hang on. HJKL, Moonstone Guardian? For the banishment of Hobsphere and Noctic Sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Alright. What did it say? Fucking Horned Shackle and Evocant. Let's get those first. Libula, Binding Seed. Okay. Evocant. Horned Shackle. Okay. And a Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobsphere and Noctic Sight. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Comforting guardian, you say? So it could be this. Could be this. I think it's either one of those. Let's try this. No. This? No. Okay. Comforting guardian. We continue looking, I guess. Put that aside. After years of work in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I know exactly what to give you. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. You're welcome. Veiled Fen. A veiled fen is brightly coloured in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Now we put that up there. And we pet the kitty. And we read up on the librarian Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. Oh, same girl, same. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writing. Ooh, a little hiccup. Moonstone Guardian. Like, I don't know what else it could be. Unless I don't have it yet. I'm assuming something will happen when I get the right combination. And then a moon something. The writing is dense and spiral, so it's always easy to decipher. Oh, the... Okay. Yep, there, moons. Like, nothing happens if I put that on, right? Oh, clicked away. That's my beard. Not sure what else it could be. Moonstone Guardian. Hobsphere and Noctic Sight. Oh well, end the day. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Oh my god. Oh, I hate doing this. Oh, curious. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees? I don't know. Maiden in the tower. Maiden in the tower. Gelfrey's tower? Maiden in the tower. Jacob's Folly. I'm buried among the trees. There's trees over here. No, okay, so not those. Maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Gelfrey's tower. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman. I should have just clicked it. The maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Due east. One of these, maybe? We'll try one more. Okay, never mind then. Alright. We see more customers after this break. I'm going to take a break a little early because I need to run to the loo again. Please take this moment to stretch, hydrate, go to the toilet, grab a snack, and take your meds if you need to. I'll see you in a few minutes. And we're back, friends. Alright, let's get back to it. I want to check something on the map. Alright, so we pointed due east. What am I... And I've tried these two, haven't I? What if one of these now works? The barrows, or is it... Hang on. That's north. Hang on. What do we got? Greywick Farm, Strange Horticulture, The Barrows, High Green Church, Wainwright Hospital. Heath Wood is sick. Where's that? It couldn't be Heath Wood again, could it? Lockhouse. Mossy Wood, 21. Is that 23? 25. Where's 21? 21. Mossy Wood. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there is nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay. Hang on. Oh, okay. Hellenic Totem. Moon Guardian. Got it. Alright, so what do we got here now? Whole bunch of stuff. Give me that. No? There we go. Okay. Leave that. Thank you for the free stuff, I guess. We will put you over here. And then you feel like you go down. Oh, hang on. This comes up, doesn't it? Oh, interesting. Okay. That's for later. You feel like you go with the thingy down the thingy. Can we drag you down? Yeah, look, you look just like this thingy. Look at that. Okay. New thingies to do thingies with. Got it. Can I just take that up and hang it? Yeah? There we go. Okay. What happened to old mate, the six-pointed thingy? There it is. Okay. And with that, we can put this in the archive. Where's the archive? Where's my archive? Hang on. Let me put you in the archive. Whatever, you can go in there. How do I pull the archive down again? That's how. Okay. You go in archive. Bing, bang, boom. Nice. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Alright, let's go down. And let's explore. Alright, so abandoned house on the lakefront. Out to the northern tip of Naylor Island. Northern tip, right? And row across from there. Second from the left in the row of 4. Second from the left in the row of 4. Huh? I suppose it means this. For this? I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening. its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pull out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice. I open to the voice. I open to the voice. Do I have anything that makes singing sound? What's this new thing? Turquoise gemstone, orange gemstone, and a pale yellow weed. Sense of touch. Scent and sound. I open to the voice. I open to the voice. Open to the voice. The voice, the voice, the voice, the voice. I open to the what could it possibly be? I want to check. The voice, the voice, the voice, the voice. Do I have? I'm stupid. The voice of Cyrano's. Of course, because Staghead. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, kitty! Look at the kitty! Hang on, gemstones? Moonstone. A stone of protection and enveloping night. Yeah, I can say words. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. My God, sir! It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. Oh, my lordy! I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. Sir, for your part, a leaden heart of the thalmic art. Bro, just write her a poem. Just write her a poem. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cyrano's in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Okay, so we need... If they're heavy, I'm assuming heaviest, right? Put it on that side. In his non-human form, Cyrano's is it. So maybe this? Definitely that. Corvin's Might. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item you asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. I'm sorry, Kitty, I didn't mean to do that. Good as new. Oh. Oh, that looks oh, hello. Hello. Hang on. Hang on a sec. A bear. No? A bear? Surely a bear. No. Not a bear. What am I missing? What am I missing, game? That definitely looks like a bear. A bear. I'm missing something. There's little notches. That's definitely the flower in the middle there. A bear. Definitely not. So I'm missing something, but that definitely works with that somehow. We'll put that there. Next person. Go back to sleep, kitty. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. I do not see eye to eye with the head of the collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I read something about horticulture just recently. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Alright, Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical, so it's either wood or metal, we don't know. They're used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Well, it's currently raining, so they should be warm and tingly. Okay, so either wood or metal. What kind of metal, planetary metal, would work with materials? Ashes, oil, soap, talent. No. Planetary metals: copper, Venus; gold, the sun; iron, Mars; quicksilver, Mercury; lead, Saturn; tin, Jupiter. None of those seem plant metals, if that makes sense. Maybe gold for the sun, because I don't know. All right. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. Scythian charm. This might take a while. Okay. Sense of touch. Weathered. Raised detailing. Scent and sound. Inner perception. Not that. Nothing to remark? Nothing? We might be here a while. Oof. What have we got over here that we haven't identified yet? Look, it's mostly these that we haven't identified. Crackling energy. No. Don't think it's this. Oh, it's warm. Maybe it's this? No, fuck. Alright, give me a hint. Gold or silver, for example. Alright. That doesn't help me. I knew this. Bronze. Nope. Wait. Both gold and silver? Warm and vibrating. Boom. Diverging book. Oh, hook. That looks like a bee game. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray, even when approached with care. The unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thormic branches. Let's move all this. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthian tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful Mether or Witch's Finger. Right, let's read up on both. Restful Mether. A mether is a thaumaturge linked to the inner mind. Hot tea made from the Duranthian plant is drunk from them. So it's one of the cups I just got, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter the meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Okay, what else? I didn't mean to do that. Or Witch's Finger. Witch's fingers are said to be severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They're capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly the purification of the body. Most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. I'm not particularly keen to use a Witch's Finger. Like, yeah, they need purification, honestly, but I don't want to make the poor things suffer. So, Restful Mether. These are the cups. Right. So these are the choices. Let's move them over here. No. Over. Over here. Over. 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 Yes, please. That works. Whatever. So our choices are... No, just on the counter, please. Thank you very much. No, on the counter. Thank you very much. Move this over a bit. I said move it over a bit. Thank you very much. Alright, Restful Mether. Let's have a look at the book again. Taking different properties depending on the type of mether. Okay. have a look at these. Sense of touch. Rough. Uneven texture. Wood. Inner perception. Scent and sound. It has a strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. Alright. It has a sharp aroma. Hard and somewhat rough. Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Sharp aroma. Nothing to remark. So, want to have a look. Those are most likely either iolite, a stone of peace and safety, or amethyst, a stone of containment. Dark purple gemstone. Gold paint. I feel like this one? Bones Guard. A small item known as a Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric of the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a Bones Guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Alright, so we move you down there. Move you up there. Move you and you to there. We are fast running out of space. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now I can see things again. Oh, hang on. I can put things down there. Why am I not putting things down there? Because I am stupid. I am slow. I am not particularly smart. That's what. There we go. And then let's put you down there. Alright, next customer. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Aw, that's nice. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Alrighty. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. That's super unhelpful. Closest, like, are you? I don't think you are. Closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Would be super helpful if I could remember which fucking direction which is which, but hey. Alright, so maybe if for the vaults. Because yeah, the castle has these kinds of towers. Closest to the sunset but furthest from the sunrise. Mars in winter, rising in summer. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Oh, goodly. Goody, goody, goody. Okay, what do we got? What's on the paper? Ud by a Dionic seal. Something object made from silver. Something a Dionic field. So we need more information. That's what we need. Have a look at this. Okay, wooden box with gold leaf. No scent or sound. There's an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Okay. Put you there, thank you. What about you? No inner perception. Wood with bronze detailing and a purple gemstone. Scent and sound? Nothing. Okay. Let us put you down here. Next customer, please. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of her father. She's always blamed Mr. Otter for his role in it now. With all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she's still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. And I just realized, I feel like that's something that can be opened at some point. Wooden totems that tell love. Don't know what they're called. That's really super fucking helpful. Can you see how much shit I've got? Can you see? Horn shackle, lead heart. It won't be the lead heart. Let's have a look at everything we've already. Let's just go one by one. Coming feature memento mori, aid recollection, no. Ambra, mental fog, Amphibian heart. They guard the secrets closely. No. Ares remnant, synesthesia, no. Binding seed. Represent the mental with 6 of the mind. Binding seed is a form of punishment, no. Bones guard, no. Corvin's might, no. Cossack purifier, no. Bastard permit the bearer to withstand fire, no. Daedalus link, no. Diverging hook. Thoughts from the mind, no. Elverstone, no. Ethereal key. Oh, that might be what I need to get into the vault. Ethereal key is designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about outside of the Thormic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. Hang on, I want to check something. Sorry, I gotta read something. Gemstone of the night. Because night is of the moon, of the earth, of the day, of the night. Noctic. That's what I thought. Okay. Phreatic, Dionic, Mentic, Phreatic, Selenic, Noctic, Onyx. A stone of the night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. So, a gemstone of Onyx. Or a gemstone of Vivianite. I'd say it's fucking Onyx. Striated black. Do I have anything like that? I don't think I do. Curious. Okay. Evocant. But the weight of these items should not stray more than her. They are placed in the chest to draw those out. No. Eye of Serenos. No. Guys of Lillian. No. Hearing charm. No. There is a vast skull in the catacombs. Heart chambers are based on this mythical motto after death. No. Golden Grim. No. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. Maybe a horned shackle? In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers to become one smooth and worn as pendants. Maybe? Hunter's Boon. No. Lamp Siphon. Lead Heart. That's romantic interest. We don't want that. Spotted officer in times of upheaval. They are not held in high regard by that an imbued wizard shows that their power symbology as well. No, I don't think it's a libula. Not the Orphic Spire. Orsic Ring. We're originally managed a flavor that can occasions keep vermin at bay. No. Resonance Compass. Restful Nether. Selenic Totem. Moon Heart. Sentiment of feelings and held tightly to call the same feeling. Which the so I think we need the Selenic Totem. Shadow Hold. No. Shield Charm. Shimmer, no. Shin, no. Silent Breath. Scythian Charm, no. Sleep Vessel, no. Spirit Eye, no. John's Anvil, no. Sunborn, no. Tenebrine Cloak, no. Valiant. Vesiga can be used to prevent the spread of disease, no. Veiled Fen, no. Voice of Sarunos, no. Witch's Finger, no. Zaya, no. Okay. Change, Burning Blood, Antidote, Amphibian Heart. Life. Love. Selenic Totem. Yep. Okay. Definitely the Selenic Totem. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to Duranthium tea. Damn it. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. So I should have cleansed him. Damn it. Those silly stods at Colgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebrine cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. We just read about the Tenebrine cloak, but let's reread. There it is. Upon activation, a Tenebrine cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Single stone in bronze. A single stone in bronze. Alright, so I don't think it's anything over here. It is not. Okay. So it has to be one of these unlabeled things so far. Single stone in bronze. Single stone in bronze. Nothing to remark. Inner perception. A turquoise gemstone. It is a single stone. What is turquoise? Where is turquoise? Nope. Wait. Do I not have... Hang on. Do I not have... Black volcanic glass, obsidian, dradic, kyanite, malachite, dark green striated, the fourth eye stone of sight. A turquoise gemstone. So it's not actually turquoise, it's just the color. Blue, green, pale blue or turquoise, aquamarine. There we go. A stone of water. Okay. I'm not sure water is the go, but... Single stone in bronze. What about this one? Green gemstone, bronze. Okay. Might be jade, a stone of earth and nature. I don't think it's dark green and striated. No. It's not Vivianite. Yeah, I think it's jade. Earth and nature. So it's either this or that. See if we've got any more clues in the book. Can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within. That in bronze gives power to these totems. Okay. Single stone set in bronze. It's definitely not something over here. Not any of those. So it has to be... I'm going to take a guess at this. It's neither of those? Now I'm stumped. Single stone set in bronze. This? Alright, that wasn't the item I'm looking for. Okay, I need a hint. Ah, fuck me. That's not what I wanted at all. There we go. I should consult my gemstone book to see if there's a suitable stone for this item. Game? What do you think I was just doing? Let's start at the start. Alright, amber, sunstone, stone of containment, stone of waterstone for dark purposes. Bloodstone? Would it be bloodstone? Calming stone of peace and safety. A stone of earth and nature. Anchor between the body and mind. Night and darkness. It's either onyx or bloodstone. What do we have? I don't think we have anything with onyx. But I do think we have. This might be bloodstone. Is this what we want? No. I'm stupid. Oh, that sucks. We only have this to go, so we will bank it. Love that for me. Can we... What have we got? We got sun and... Sun or snake? Sun or snake? What are we going to bank on? Let's say snake. Should have banked on sun. Oh, apparently we can bank... We got both. Okay. Brilliant. 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 Oh, Kitty, you helped me a little. Thank you. Bank those. And roll again. Fuck. Roll again. Motherfuck. Are you kidding me? The fuck do you mean my moons aren't banked anymore? Fuck you. We banked those. Now I need moons. We banked the moon. Now I just need a single moon. A single fucking moon. Thank you. Alright, what am I... Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Cargarth Hall. You need a tenebrine cloak. The fuck does a tenebrine cloak look like? Nothing to remark. Warm and cold. Bronze and stone. A pinkish gemstone. I didn't even realize that was a gemstone. It did say gemstone and bronze, right? Protection and enveloping night. Okay. Okay. That was fucking tricky. How dare. How very dare. Since Cedric's thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap, alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed at the on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Oh, look, it's Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Did you now? In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacomb. What's it going to cost me? Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And why didn't you give it to Eli then? And all I'm asking for in return is a Valen. Alright, let's have a look. The holes in a Valen are roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurers to help them find their way. Curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. That isn't helpful at all. What the fuck? What is a Valent? A pulse? What the fuck do I have that could be? I don't have anything here. Oh, hang on. But there was no pulse to this. But those are equally spaced holes. Might be that. Do I have anything else with... Maybe this. It does kind of look like a compass. No? Then we try this. Alrighty. What does this read? I keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. Cool. How do I get it, buddy? How do I get it? You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. Well, that's great and all. I know the right. How do I open that? Holy catacombs. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Put you there for now. There was a thing about Dionic fields. Formic fields, field of a bit about Dionic field pattern. Not fully understood. How do I read them though? Right. Hey. And put you down there. And also you. Over here. Over here. In the drawer. There we go. In the drawer. There we go. Nice and neat. Nice and tidy. For real, how do I open this? I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. Are you Bonnie? You're Bonnie. Okay. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. Oh, I don't know if I want to give you that. I don't know if I want to give you that. So the Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool. Not particularly keen to give you an assassin's tool. What was my other choice? Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. Interesting. What do I want to give you? Shadow catcher. Is this a shadow catcher? Share the design. I don't know what a shadow catcher is, game. Unless you mean it's similar to a dream catcher, which that's the choice. But Corvin's Might or Gray's Grace. Corvin's Might or Gray's Grace. We said it was Wixic, right? For the Corvin's Might. Okay, so Amethyst, Stone of Containment. Bloodstone, stone for dark purposes. Mentic, Creatic, Selenic. Topaz, a stone of strength. So it's either Topaz, Bloodstone, or Amethyst, if we did go that route. Gray's Grace. Melancholy. Melancholy. Death, life, paralysis, poison, deception, fear, falsehood, protection, hypnosis, insanity. No. Arsenic, bismuth. No. Nope. Autumn, spring, summer. Nope. Heat, ice. Blessings, rebirth. That doesn't fucking help me. One is a pendant. Does a spell melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. As a pendant, so it's got to be one of these. Shadow catcher. Melancholy. What gemstones can dispel melancholy? Heat, life, and no. Stone of containment, stone of water, dark purposes. Peace and safety? Maybe? An anchor between the body and mind, so maybe kyanite? Stone of strength. I'm thinking kyanite or iolite. So that looks like that might be kyanite. I should remind myself what the shadow catcher looks like using the index of the book. Smart. A hint that actually fucking helps me for once. Shadow catcher, shadow catcher, shadow catcher. Shadow hold. Shadow catcher, grace, grace, shadow hold. Shadow catcher design. There we go. Okay. So this. Spirit vault. A spirit vault, also known as a fetid chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They're not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. Faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. So that's what that is. That is a spirit vault. Don't insult me, Thermitage. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corvin's mite. Well, she wasn't happy with that now, was she? Put that over there. And end day. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Well, I wonder where that could be. Could it possibly be the catacombs? All right. Oh. Catacomb. We're looking for this. Possibly this one. 1688. Possibly 1781. Although I'm leaning to 1688. 1755 is too different. Alright, so it's definitely this one. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Hey, where's our kitty? Where's Kitty Cat? Kitty! Jupiter! Where the fuck are you? I panic! No Kitty Cat! Where's our Kitty Cat? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Where'd you go, kitty? I don't like that the cat has disappeared. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Oh, goody. You're one of those. The League of the Amphicyon Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Talon, hey? He's got 2 marks on his cheek. For this? I feel like it might be this. It makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Hard and worryingly sharp. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Where is our kitty? I'm sad. Oh, where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I don't know. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? I mean, is there more that I need from the plinths? I've kind of fucking used them. That looks like the Dionic thingies. Hang on. That looks like it goes with this. If I look at that, right? And I look at that, and that. Yeah, that's this shit. The Thormic fields. Where's my kitty? Oh, look, she's back. I've come back for that Corvin's Mite, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I want a Corvin's Mite. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calga. Bitch! Bitch! She did what? This fucking psychotic woman. What do you mean you... What do you... Oh, I have a bone to pick with you. You kidnapped my cat? You kidnapped my cat? You absolute fucker. The woods behind Kelgarth. Where is Kelgarth? Berwick Farm, Strange Horticulture, blah, 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 Wainwright Hospital. Kelgarth Hall, 25. There's 25. So here. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's Mite, and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there is a better way to find where Jupiter is. Bitch, I'm not giving you the Corvin's Mite. No. Diverging hook. A diverging hook is a way to carve the thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all, but it's all too easy to leave the mind in disarray. Fuck you. You took my cat. Fuck you. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thormic branches. Alright, so the 3 thormic branches, right? Celestial, diurnal, individual, right? So I want gemstones, Dionic, Wixic, Triadic, Mentic, Selenic, Noctic. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back. So Mentic and Wixic are the same. Selenic and Dryadic. I'm gonna write this down because I forget. Where's my notepad? There we go. Okay. So we want one of either Selenic or Dryadic. 10, please. S or D. We want one of either Dionic or Noctic. And we want one of either Mentic or Wixic. And of those, Amber is Dionic. I'm writing all of this down. Amber, Dionic, Amethyst is Wixic. Aquamarine is Dryadic. Bloodstone is Wixic. Iolite is Dionic. Jade is Dryadic. Kyanite is Mentic. As is Malachite. Moonstone is Selenic. And Obsidian is Dryadic. Onyx is Noctic. And Topaz is Wixic. And Vivianite is Noctic. Alright, so we need something with 3 gemstones on it. Single gemstone from each of the 3 thormic branches. Okay. That does have 3 gemstones. And it looks like it has pale yellowy, dark green, and black. So if we look back, I don't think that was onyx. I think that was obsidian, which is Dryadic. Dark green, but was it Striatic? Hang on. Look at this again. It does look striatic. Alright, so that is malachite, which is mantic. So if our pale yellowy friend is of the third one. Hang on. No, we want pale yellow, not amber. Yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. That's dionic. And it might be what we need. Wixic. Pale yellow. There we go. That's no, that's not good. That's not what we need at all, because that's two of the same fucking formic principles. Okay, so no, not that one. Then what? Maybe this one? That has 3 gemstones. Alright, friends, we have an air break coming, so I will run that quickly and we will continue to work this out. So please take this moment to stretch, hydrate, go to the toilet, grab a snack, and take meds if you need to. I'll see you in a few minutes. And we're back. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what 3 stones we're working with this time. We've got an orange, pinkish, and a black gemstone. So that'll be our pinkish one, and that is selenic. So we're looking at moonstone, selenic, orange and black, orange and black, orange and black, orange and black. Not bloodstone. It'll be amber, which is dionic. So no, it's not this one. Alright, so what else do we have that has 3 stones? What else do we have that has 3 stones? Not that. Not that. This has 3 stones. We got orange, turquoise, and pale yellow. Orange, dionic, striatic. So we're looking good so far. We got 1 of each. And Wixic. Fuck yes. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Give me my cat, bitch. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Maribel, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the new placid woman in front of me. You took my cat. Fuck you. Alright, where aboard the what? The Mary something? The Mary Bell 23. There. The Maribel is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There is nobody aboard, or nobody that I can see at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering through the grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. We rescued Jupiter! Let's fucking go! There you go, buddy. I missed you. I missed you. Steal my cat. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Oh, I don't know what I need for you. Okay. Interesting. I mean, okay, I guess. I should get that cupboard that's set in the counter open. I can rotate the wheel to bring it up and get a better look at it. Yeah, I'm well aware I want that open. But, like, I've tried, bro. I have tried. Surely it's this. Surely. Oh, wait. If I turn it. Can I turn it? Like, it does. I don't understand. I do not understand. Hang on, let me adjust my... Oh! Been falling down in my chair. Okay, how am I going to get you open then? If not you, then how? Surely not you. No. What else do I have that might work? Not you. No. The trick is something. Not you? Something circular. You? No. Curious. What could you be? What could it be? Can I... Does this even... It does, okay. But I don't want it to. Forgot about that stuff. What am I missing here? Can I open you? No. What am I missing? Can I use the sleep vessel? No? I wonder. I wonder. Da, 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 da. Wyatt Collings. Da, 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 da. What do we want? Your nightmares. Okay, there's something about nightmares in here. Danger, darkness. Demon disease, Dionic, Dryadic, fear. What else? Hang on a sec. Gotta fix my hair. Alright. Feeling fire gold. Hobbs fear. Life, light, love, melancholy, mentic, nether, mind, moon. Noctic. Nightmare, sleep vessel. Noctic. Sleep vessel. You want a sleep vessel? Alright, let's give you the sleep vessel, I guess. No. Okay. Not that. I'm a little confused, game. And I accidentally keep clicking out. I had changes intrigued me enough to take it home. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares. How do we get nightmares? But if not... No, it can be imbued with... Nightmare, sleep vessel. 6 months to sleep. Wixic and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond the natural limits. As though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to see bad. Oh, that's not what we want. Okay. Not what... No, no. Dummy. You want to go back to here. What's an Ambra? Alright, so I think we need a Selenic totem. Elverstone, Selenic totem. No? Where am I going wrong, game? What am I doing wrong? Oh, wait. What other Selenic totems have I got? Because technically... No. Do I not have Scythian Charm, Gray's Grace? You go there. Hearing Charm, Hunter's Boon, Shield Charm, Sleep Vessel, Sunbond, Ossic Ring. No. Vesigar, Silent Breath, Shadow Hold, Guise of Lillian, Restful Nether, Evocant. I need you to go down so I can see again. Horned Shackle, Lead Heart, Valiant. No. Okay, now I'm confused. If not this, and not that, nightmares, and they're getting worse. We start at the start and we just read through then. Receptacle Mental Mori. Reminder of Death. No. Synesthesia, no. Binding Seed, no. Bones Guard, no. No. Nope. Wait, Elverstones, what do they do again? No. These punch... Ethereal Key, no. Evocant. Coma, Eye of Cernunnos. No. Grace. No. Guise of Lillian. No. Hearing Charm, no. Heart Chamber, no. Horn Shackles bring back change in the wisdom to overcome personal demon. I don't think a Horn Shackle will do it. Hunter's Boon, no. Guild Hand is no. These items depict the hand is they're heavier than look. This culture can no. Oh, reassurance and times them up. No. Moonstone Guardian for the banishment of Hobbs Fear and Noctic Sight. Alright. So if I go here, Noctic Sight, banishment of Hobbs Fear. and Noctic Sight. Hobsphere, Moonstone Guardian. That doesn't help. Noctic Sight, Moonstone Guardian. I don't understand. That is a Moonstone Guardian, is it not? An Cloak. Let's try the Horn Shackle. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think that was right. Evercant, Restful Nether. What am I missing here? Lipula? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Okay, I'm just being stupid now. Clearly, my brain has melted out my ears. Brilliant. Thank. Okay, let's do this one. And then, did we get anything? Not really, but we can bank that and roll again. Oh, we've got 3 kitties. Bank. Now we're just aiming for the 3 moons. God damn it. Fuck. Give me a moon. We lock that in place and we hope for 2 more moons. Thank you, kitty. Bank that. We hope for 1 more moon. That's fine. We're good. No, we're not good because we... Ah, yeah, fuck. We had it. Oh, this is sucky. Oh, this is so sucky. Finally. Alright, so what am I missing then? If not that, not that, not that. What about this? What is this? Sense of touch. Warm, engraved detailing, sense. Nothing to remark. I don't understand what I'm looking for here. What was that noise, game? Oh, it was this fucking appearing. Okay. It keeps wanting me to do this, but I can't. Like, this is very clearly for it, but it doesn't work for some reason. I don't understand. Can I combine this with something, maybe? Because clearly those notches are for something. But what? That's what I'm thinking, maybe, but I can't be fast enough to do that. Alright, it has to be all the way up to accept anything. As soon as I put it in, I don't have time to get to the wheel and wind it back down. I don't understand, game. I do not understand. I think I have possibly burnt out my brain for the day. And I need to get a proper dinner underway before tomorrow. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to end stream there. We're going to go say hi to Icy. And I'm going to go make dinner. And I will see you all Saturday. Keep an eye on Discord for going live notifications to vote for which horror game I play. I will keep the polls up until the end of the month, and then we will curate the most popular ones for a new poll that will run all next month. But yeah, I will see you all for extra Arkham Knight messiness this Saturday, and then more new Life is Strange True Colors on Monday. Beyond that, we continue raising funds to pay down the electricity bill. And so all subs, bits, and donations will go towards that. We are currently $800 owing. Other than that, thank you. I'm doing a terrible send-off today. It's my brain has melted out my eardrums, friends. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your watch streaks. Thank you for just being you. And I will see you all Saturday. Please take a red message with you. And say hi to the lovely Icy Moon Racer.